This is a CBS News Detroit update.
Good morning, I'm Sandra Ali. Here's a look at some of the top stories we're following for you this morning. Detroit homicide detectives looking for answers and possible suspects after 3 bodies were found inside a burning car. Firefighters were called to an alley on 30th Street early Sunday morning. And once the fire was out, they discovered the bodies inside. They were burned beyond recognition. Police say they're hoping that folks can come forward and help in their investigation. We expect.
Okay, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yasha'Allah, Koholoimwa, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well, that by the Spirit taught us his beautiful truth. And just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akhwath that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Yachanan the Waf, just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And this is Psalm 7 and 11. Yahweh judges the righteous, and Yahweh is angry with the wicked every day, right? And a lot of judgment is going out. I mean, it's so much stuff going on, man. It's so many stories. Like that next article, as far as the lady, it was going off into a woman being, being deleted as well. Some guy getting arrested. But I mean, there's so much crime that's going on in the world, and it's only going to get worse because a lot of these tariffs that's taking place in the country, they're causing people to actually crash on out even more. You know what I'm saying? So you're about to see a lot of theft, a lot of robberies, and people don't have no remorse, man, for the elderly. They robbing the elderly. They deleting the elderly, and it's a lot of family members that's doing their own people dirty. And that's going off into get 2 Timothy 3 and start from verse 1. It says, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come." It says, "For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, and unholy." And when you're just unholy, that in itself is just that'll do you dirty there, man. You know what I'm saying? When you're just unholy, that means that you're capable of anything. And that's why it's important to pray to the Father Yahweh in the name of his son Yahushai. Those are the true names of the Father and Son, not no damn Jesus. Because all these people that's running around out here committing all these crimes, they'll tell you that they believe in white Jesus and that they're Christian. But I want to get this verse right here in the Good Word translation. 2 Timothy 3 and 3 in the Good Word, it says, and lack normal affection for their families. They will refuse to make peace with anyone. They will be slanderous, lack self-control, be brutal, and have no love for what is good. And these are the days and times that we're living in. Because you come across the average person, whether it's your neighbor across the street, the neighbor next door to you. A lot of people don't even know their neighbors. They don't even speak to them or anything. They just kind of jump out of their car or getting in their car and never even acknowledge the neighbor. You know what I'm saying? This is the world that you're living in. You know what I'm saying? Because people have, they're self-centered and they're, pretty much overall, they just fucking selfish, man. And they don't care about their own family members. But it goes on to say they will be traitors. They will be reckless and conceited. They will love pleasure rather than God. They will appear to have a godly life, but they will not let its power change them. Stay away from such people. So, and we're living in the last days, man, where you have to really check who you around, man. You can't hang out with certain people, not even your family. You can't show up at the family barbecue knowing that these niggas is all wild as hell. You know what I mean? Their family, that they may be your brother, they may be your auntie, uncles, what. But if you know for a fact that the nigga keep a gun on him, he's wild as hell, he's loud and boisterous, these clamorous ass women, they don't know how to shut the fuck up. Every time you go somewhere with them, it's an altercation. Then you shouldn't be around people like that, man. No matter what family member they are to you. I don't care if it's your mom, your dad. Hey, you speak to them and keep that shit moving. You showing up for birthday parties, you showing up, it don't work out well. Because Jake don't know how to act, man. And this fire shit, this is Detroit, man. Well, actually,
to learn more today about
Shalakia. This is I think that might be Highland Park actually, but but that's one of them areas where you're not gonna have a Ring camera. You're not gonna have. That's the reason why they probably strategically chose that spot. You know what I'm saying? Because in that area is it's kind of a you got them old ass houses and people that generally live in that area, they're not really concerned with having. Who knows? They might be able to backtrack and go back, and probably locate that vehicle on another camera somewhere else. But overall, generally, you know what I'm saying? It's an area where, it's kind of a poor area, so to speak. But anyway, the Lord is not playing no games out here, man. That judgment is going forth. Um, let's get this one that Yahushua spoke of. And they probably are related too. Probably was into some shit. Probably done some shit today. People not just doing you like that, man, unless you into some shit. Straight up. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 12. This is one of the things that Yahushua spoke of, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus. And the disciples asked him what will be happening in the end days, before his coming. And this is one of the things that he named. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. See? And I'm pretty certain those is Jake's, man. Those are so-called black people that was in that car. You don't even have to adjust the area and the shit. You know what I'm saying? That's some Negro shit right there, man. That's going on. And Jake got that perpetual hatred towards their brethren. This is one of the curses that's on us. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 54. Let me see. I probably can read it in one of these other translations. Let me read it in the ERV version. It says, even the most kind and gentle man among you will become cruel. He will be cruel to his family, and he will be cruel to his wife he loves so much, and he will be cruel to his children who are still alive. But let me read it in the KJV. It says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother, and towards the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall lead. This is one of those, those curses that hit us the most in our neighborhoods. That's how you know who the children of Israel are, because the scripture actually talks about how that these, I think it's in verse 46, maybe. Let me see if I can. Deuteronomy 28:40, I think it's 46. Yeah, 46. It says, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. So this is a sign or a banner that's on us as a people, and this lets you know who the children of Israel are. Don't get me wrong now, it's other nations of people that's got wicked shit going on, but no one is more destroyed as a people than we are, because we're people, we don't even know who we are. First off, we're calling ourselves blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. We're calling ourselves the names that the colonizer gave us, so to speak, because none of us are black. We're all just different shades of brown people, and we're definitely not African. We're not Americans. You can't be, landmasses are not ethnicities. You know what I'm saying? You can't be two different continents, and actually those two continents are named after so-called white men. So you first off, two white men being together can't procreate shit, but then you would be saying that you descend from two white men by saying you're African and American, because Africa is named after a so-called white man, and America is also named after a so-called white man. So it don't make no sense. And then they calling you black, a damn color out of a crayon box, as if you can travel to somewhere called black, when we're all just different shades of brown. But but that's matter of fact. Also in these curses, it goes up into let me see, we will be called bywords. Let me see here, so I can get down to exactly which verse that is. We will be in astonishment. We will be let me see. Yep, it's verse 37. It says, and thou shalt, Deuteronomy 28 and 37, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee. So everywhere we are, we just, a byword and an astonishment, man. You're just like, these people are so powerful. They're such, strong people, physically, because, Jake, man, hell, jumped damn near from a 3-point line, man, and dunk a damn basketball. But they look at us and see the power that we have, but they also look at us and be like, well, how could they be the Israelites? You know what I'm saying? If they're doing what they're doing to each other, the lifestyles that they live, you know what I'm saying? But that's a part of the curses, man. When we made that contract with the Lord meant what he said in that contract. And we didn't keep our part of that contract. So here you go. We're just scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, being cruel to each other. That's just a part of the covenant. I mean, a part of the contract, man. The Lord said he would do this to us if we didn't listen to him. Hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God. You see? So this is the way that Jake treating each other these days.
Homicide investigation in St. Clair Shores.
Matter of fact.
Homicide detectives looking for answers and possible suspects after 3 bodies were found inside a burning car. Firefighters were called to an alley on 30th Street early Sunday morning. And once the fire was out, they discovered the bodies inside. They were.
Yep. And they're not saying, I guess eventually they'll come out with the ages. There could be some women involved. You know what I'm saying? They'll come out with all the information at some point in the game. Probably get some, who knows, man. Some damn dental work. Jake don't even be getting dental work, man. So just never can tell, but this is some cruel shit, man. And the Lord, he explicitly said that, the love of many shall wax cold because iniquity shall abound. Sin is so rampant in the earth, man. But it's a lot of judgment going out, man. I've been seeing all kinds of stories. I just kind of, got on this one. And, it's been all kinds of accidents. You know what I'm saying? A woman got killed with her 4 kids in an accident early this morning. Always say those freeways are damn death traps, though. Esau, the so-called white man, he's so goddamn smart. He wants to make you believe that his science is all there. But you think scientifically, why would you have anywhere where somebody can do 70 miles an hour, 80 miles an hour, and not to mention just, little bitty cars, but 18 wheelers with gas and shit in them. You know what I'm saying? Like tankers and shit like that, all on the freeway at one time, doing this incredible amount of speed. While you got people on the phone, you got people eating damn sandwiches, you got people, having a damn drink, not to mention people high as hell, they on drugs. You know what I'm saying? But they all on one fucking freeway, all in the name of getting somewhere quicker, man. But he'll tell you, oh, well, if they were, just, following the traffic rules, everything would go just fine. Well, what about a blowout tire? You know what I'm saying? What about just because you can be riding on the freeway, and if you driving in behind one of those gravel trucks, fucking damn rocks and shit, bouncing off the damn truck at that speed, man, cracking your damn windshields and shit like that, It's just but this is what he calls one of his great inventions. He's just so great at the things that he creates. Everything that this man creates it's gonna lead up to death. It just is what it is, man. Even this damn phone that I'm doing this video on, fuck with your eyesight. And you got these people, they all out here can't pay attention, especially these kids. Oh my, these damn children, they through, man, when it straight comes down to it. Take a damn phone from them, they'll, get rid of your family. You take a phone from one of these teenagers these days, man, and see how crazy they fucking act. They're addicted to it's just the whole system of it, man, is through. And you're just living in a world of greed. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, as a matter of fact, let me get this one. And the Apocrypha probably could end out here. But this one is Sirach, right? Chapter 10. Let me start at verse 1. It says, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. Right? As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. So you got a bunch of proud ass so-called white people running shit, and it carries down to the citizens, and even you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. What the fuck are you so prideful about when your ass is in captivity? But Jake prideful as hell, man. It says, an unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. And you're seeing nothing but a total breakdown of the world because a wicked man is running it. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, he's running the world. That's the reason why all this crime is so rampant. So when the real Israelites, the righteous people, fell, the wicked became, went into control, and Esau, he done destroyed this whole goddamn planet. But you know that we're living in the last days because the shit that's going on, it's just too wild, man. Now, has there always been crime? Yeah, there's been crime for a long time. But we talking about at a point now where it's just like this shit is retarded. It's to the point where people are just immune to it. They just, oh, you heard? Yeah, I heard about that. And what are we gonna have for dinner? Before, back, 100 or so years ago, 50 years or so ago, you would have been like, damn, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? That's horrific. We must, find out who this is so we can get, you got police officers, they don't even, they just like, oh man, just another day at the job. Investigators, they don't care. The detectives, they don't give a shit. They just at the job. They just, be there long enough to, retire and collect a damn pension. And they some of the most wickedest people on the planet too. But I'm gonna end out there, man. Hey, this place is getting crazier and crazier by the day. Well, let me see one more. So that's why we always say be circumspect, man. The scripture says to be circumspect, to watch and pray. This is on Proverbs 29:2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. See, the people are mourning right now because you have wicked people running the planet. Donald Trump is just one of them, you know what I'm saying? But the elite that are above his ass, you know what I'm saying, that's puppeteering his silly ass, hey, these people are very wicked, man. So while they're sitting off in a castle somewhere with their backyard the size of a goddamn state, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker got a continent for his backyard. He's posted up chilling. He's not worried about, you know what I'm saying, the things that, the regular citizens that he's ruling over are going through. He never has to deal with it, Matter of fact, let's go back a chapter. Proverbs 28:15. It says, as a roaring lion and a raging bear, so is the wicked ruler over the poor people. See? So you have a wicked ruler, the people are going to be wicked. It carries on down to his judges. These judges are wicked as hell. These lawyers are wicked as hell. Police officers are wicked as hell. They go out throughout the earth with their militaries. They wicked as hell. So you're gonna get wickedness out of the people. You can't get around it, man. That scripture clearly says, just like how the ruler is, so are the subjects, man, his people. So this place is only gonna get more worse. And when that second Esdras chapter 15 gets to really playing, sedition among men, these people about to be out here wilding the hell out, man. And you pretty close to that now. So I'm gonna end out there, man. I pray that the lesson was edifying with that. Kwame Yasha Allah and the Bible boy.